Yo, what's up? Ricky Sanders here. If you live for fast cars, greasy hands, and solving problems under the hood, welcome to your new favourite spot. I'm all about real fixes, no BS, and showing you how to keep your ride running like a champ. So go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's make some noise in the garage. Enough talk, let's get wrenching.
Structure: the two-stroke diesel engine consists of a crankcase, a piston aligned with the crankshaft, injectors, cylinder inlet and outlet windows, fuel, and water pumps. The latter is provided with a plunger switch and temperature sensor, as well as tanks that are filled with water. The unit provides increased efficiency through improved combustion of the fuel-air mixture. The toxicity of the waste is reduced. Purge air enters the two-stroke diesel engine in several ways, with the help of pumps, purge chambers, compressors. Blowing can be carried out by one of the schemes, contour or valve slot. It should be noted that the use of a circuit scheme reduces both economic and technical performance of the unit. This is due to the fact that there are areas in the cylinders that are not purged. The cylinders are mounted lengthwise. Each cylinder is equipped with exhaust and vent holes. Gas enters the turbine through the manifold. When the pistons move, the working chamber periodically opens and closes. The crankshafts interact with each other. This is ensured by the main gear mechanism. The fuel is burned at a sufficiently high temperature. A mixture of oil and fuel is used to lubricate the rubbing parts and bearings. It is fed into the cylinder and crank chamber. These units do not have grease, since it would be washed away by the fuel. That is why it is added to the fuel in a certain ratio. In this case, a certain oil is used for a two-stroke diesel engine. It withstands prolonged exposure to high temperatures, is able to leave almost no ash deposits after combustion. How does it work? The principle of operation of a two-stroke diesel engine is based on the performance of two tacks, compression and working stroke. The design of the unit allows you to perform the entire cycle twice as fast as in four-stroke motors. For two-stroke diesel engines, the principle of operation is as follows. The piston starts to move upwards from the NFT. There is air in the cylinder. As the piston moves upwards, it is compressed, and when the piston approaches the TDC, fresh fuel is injected. This ignites the fuel itself and the stroke is carried out. The combustion products push the piston downwards. When the piston reaches the NMT, it is purged, air replaces the combustion products. This is the end of the cycle. There are purge windows at the bottom of the cylinder. These are necessary for the purging process. When the piston is down, they are open. When the piston is up, they are closed. A significant increase in the power index of two-stroke motors is due to the increase in the number of working strokes. Two-stroke diesel engine, the principle of operation of which is quite simple, has a lot of advantages. Myths about two-stroke diesel engines: there are several common myths about two-stroke engines: too slow. In reality, modern turbocharged motors are much more efficient than previous models. These motors are too loud. To avoid this, the motor must be properly tuned. If all settings are correct, the motor is slightly louder than its gasoline counterpart. A high noise level indicates improper motor tuning or a malfunction. For older models, a high noise level is a characteristic feature. The emergence of battery systems with high pressure has significantly reduced the noise level. Such motors do not start well in winter. In the past, problems with them did arise. However, modern cars with diesel engines are equipped with a quick start, which reduces the time for daily preparations for trips. The service life of diesel exceeds gasoline units. It can reach 400 to 600,000 kilometers. Each two-stroke diesel engine has one distinctive feature. Through the cylinder windows, air is introduced and exhaust gases are eliminated. When they exit through a valve in the cylinder, and air enters through the windows, the system of such cleaning is called valve-slotted. Such cleaning systems have one peculiarity: only part of the air remains in the cylinder. As the air rises upwards, it partially leaves the engine. This is also known as straight-through cleaning. It provides maximum efficiency of cleaning the engine from combustion products. In addition to straight-through purging, there is also a loop purge, but it is characterized by a lower quality of cleaning. That is why it is not often used for modern cars. The working strokes of such a unit are performed twice as often, but this affects the power slightly. It increases 1.5 to 1.7 times. This is explained by the presence of purging, as well as the fact that there is a shorter stroke inside the cylinder. Advantages two-stroke diesel engines began to be produced relatively recently. Such motors today have many modifications. For example, the ignition is of two types, contact and contactless. Also differ in schemes of such motors. The two-stroke system is used on tanks, in airplanes, in heavy industrial machinery. Small size. To install the unit requires very little space. Such motors can easily fit under the hood of vehicles. Low weight. A standard turbodiesel weighs almost twice as much as a two-stroke diesel engine. Significant fuel economy. Fuel consumption is reduced by almost 2 times compared to a conventional diesel unit. Simple design. When servicing such engines, there is no need to apply special technologies. Such advantages favorably distinguish two-stroke diesel engines from their gasoline counterparts. There are serious disadvantages of such motors. Disadvantages: the small distribution of units is explained by a number of reasons. For example, it is difficult to find parts for such motors. That is why it becomes problematic to repair a two-stroke diesel engine. In addition, there are few specialists to service such units. High price of diesel engines and a small selection of models, increased oil consumption, the need to install air filters. A clear disadvantage of diesels is the use of a powerful starter. In the cold, diesel fuel becomes cloudy and freezes. Repair of fuel equipment is complicated by the fact that high-pressure pumps are manufactured with high precision. A significant disadvantage of two-stroke diesel engines is their inability to be used in high-temperature modes. The oil under such conditions gets clogged, and piston rings get stuck. In addition, due to insufficient purging, fuel is not burned completely, which affects the value of efficiency and the level of toxicity. Results: diesel engines with two-stroke engines were invented with one purpose: to reduce the toxicity of exhaust gases, as well as to increase the efficiency of the engine, increase efficiency. It is worth mentioning about ignition. It takes time for the fuel to ignite, so the discharge on the plug occurs in advance, before the piston reaches TDC. The faster the movement of the piston, the earlier the plug should ignite. There are special devices that allow you to change the ignition angle depending on the crankshaft speed. In conclusion, the two-stroke diesel engine stands out for its unique operational principles and distinct features. Its design allows for a more compact structure and higher power output compared to four-stroke engines, making it particularly advantageous in applications where space and weight are critical. The efficiency gained from the two-stroke cycle, along with the simplicity of its components, contributes to its appeal in various industries. Understanding these aspects not only highlights the engine's capabilities but also its potential for future advancements in technology. Thank you for watching, and we hope this exploration of the two-stroke diesel engine has provided you with valuable insights.